It's 11:15.
All right, welcome to another meeting with the Ministry of Miracle Mastermind. And tonight, not only we have our Morgan Gilany group team together, but I have also a special guest, my mentor, Dr. Robert de Souza, who's joining us from London, England. But first, I wanted to tell you a little bit about mentorship. Robert mentioned about mentorship. Now, systems we're putting in place, Robert. These people here just introduced themselves, were committed people. They have made a commitment to themselves, not to me, not to the company, not to anybody, because we're committed to our customers. We're committed to the people who trust us. And now we have so much momentum. We have so much people calling. Again, as you see, Brian Tracy, Robert always said there's 7 socio-economical levels in North America. And to go from the bottom one, just to step out, to have freedom of time, will take tremendous energy. And you have experienced that back in 1980s, if you will. God has blessed you with a lot of freedom of your own choices. And I've been blessed to have your friendship in the space that I did, and we just hit it off. It was like when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. It was like that. I was ready. I was looking for Robert, and he was here. So Kumar, I want to bring Kumar back. Kumar is right here. He is the president, CEO, if you will. He is the all-out guy. He is really a right-hand man. He's my key person in life and in business. He is working really hard. I know his schedule, Robert. You know the entrepreneurial schedule, right?
Yeah.
So he's got that going right now. He's joining us from the Army, the Canadian Army base near Barrie, Ontario. Kumar, welcome our friend here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good evening, everyone. And Dr. Robert, pleasure meeting you for the first time. Arif, my brother, speaks so highly of you. I anticipated this moment. So God bless you. Continue what you're doing. And thanks for being an inspiration to us all. With that being said, again, it's always a proud time. And I look forward for every Thursday night we get together and we share and get to understand more and more what the changes are coming, what has happened, and how we can reset. Thank you. I love that. Dr. Robert, you mentioned something about mentoring and coaches and how important they are to the younger minds. And even so, the guys who are veterans as well. You're never too old to learn and incorporate new concepts. I've run many businesses, and one of the things that I've enjoyed is getting the government funding, whether, for any smart startups, or even if you're in a business for a period of time, that extra cash flow always makes a world of difference, whether it's payroll for your employees, carrying costs for the building, whatever it is, so important. And as I was working with many entrepreneurs over the years, and trying to get these type of support, financial support, so that they can be empowered and run their smooth business, but they were not able to fulfill those criterias. So it's amazing that you have leaders in the Canadian government promoting the support that they have for young entrepreneurs. But when you really try to dissect it and try to get in there to the banks and apply for these funding, you're being rejected. So when I looked at what's really the cause, and I looked and see how fragmented we become, we're so busy trying to chase the dollars that if we take the time and understand what we're doing on a daily basis and try to align ourselves and focusing on the business and making sure that we're not taking the shortcuts, because the shortcuts bite us in the end. So I've always worked with the entrepreneurs and getting the funding, and it was as I felt sad. I felt sad. I took it in that I couldn't help more of the entrepreneurs. So when I got into the MGG and working with Shanta and Arif, Elijah, and Vasily, we start to understand more and more of these changes that the government keep making every year, and trying now to keep up with it, and having these systems, these check marks aligned with all the business entrepreneurs. So now they may not be able to qualify today, but let's put them into a 90.
We lost your voice.
Yeah. Let's put them through this 90-day program and evaluate themselves through these Q&A questions, and thereby get them to understand that if you don't act now, chances are you'll never be able to qualify for those fundings. So when my dear brother Arif talks about the 90-day program, I mean, you sort of take it lightly at first, but when you really understand it, it's a painful exercise, because you realize that, man, I'm messing up. I need to get back to the truth of myself. I want to look after myself first. So I dropped everything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be not just the CFO of the Morgan Gilany Group, but I'm going to be a client. I want to be a student. I want to learn this. I want to incorporate this in my life. And I'll tell you, it have helped me so much that I'm able now to speak a bit better, try to work with my business ethics a little smoother, and try to relate things more, in a more articulate way, because I've been scattered for a while. So I thank you, Dr. Robert. I thank you, Arif. And again, Shanta's always been there. Sometimes I wish that the face mask comes back, because the beard can't. I shaved yesterday. It's back again. I got the 5 o'clock shadow.
You're working hard there. Thank you so much for that. You actually pointed at some really important things, and I'm glad Robert is here, because during that period of time, it was the roughest time of my life, and I've talked about it a few times. I lost my father. He had cancer. We knew he was gonna die. It was that 3-4 month time that was like agonizing. People were coming. We have a big tribe, hundreds of people. I didn't know what's gonna happen to me. I may have said, you know what, I may have to stay here. I was talking to Robert and going through this painful, and then the final thing was, it was almost like here said, it was almost like a mirror to myself. Let's dig deeper. Let's see who is Arif. And let's see, what do you want to accomplish? Are you want to live like your father, even though you're in Canada? If you happen to die tonight, that tomorrow there's 100 people at your funeral, or 1,000 people, or 5,000 people, or you just want to die a Canadian guy, gone to the graveyard. So it really opened up my purpose. This is what Robert did with my head. So once a mind is stretched to a bigger dimension, you cannot go back to the smaller dimension. That's what this 90-day program did to me, and it will do to you. And you volunteered to come because, again, I had Elijah going for the first session. We did a practice run. Elijah is involved in technology. You see how brain works. He is so focused on that. Everything he does is revolving that. And he hasn't had the experiences and failures that me and you've had. He's been in England. His family supports. He's here. He's with his family. You and I come from the streets. No money, no cash, survive. So you can relate spiritually, emotionally. Again, if Robert was there to witness, to guide us through it one time together, it'd be amazing. But I'm going to ask him later on. So this is really what it does. It will reset your way that you think. It will reset it. It will expand it. It will make you maybe a little bit more wholesome person. Top CEOs, 50 top CEOs of companies were, the top 500 companies were interviewed to see how they climbed the ladder. You checking this out? And the one thing that distinguished amongst all of these things was that they focused on one skill for a very short period of time that they wanted to master to get to the next level. Let me explain. If they were just a small guy, they wanted to get a promotion to the next level, there's certain skills, maybe negotiation skills, maybe resume writing, one skill at a time, until they reach the top of the world, like Google CEOs, like, you know, Apple CEOs. These are the people I'm talking about. They focused on one skill until they mastered that, then they went to the next, then they went to the next, because we're human becomings. So I really appreciate that. Robert, I just want to bring you on because today you changed the equation. I had a different plan, but since you're here, I want to use this opportunity to extract some wisdom.
Well,
About the
happy to
importance of
participate, Arif, because I know there's a very good reason we met and why our paths cross is we are living in the most exciting times in human history. Even though there's a lot of negative things going on, but yet we have to take the good and focus on the good and ignore the bad and the toxic stuff, because that will always be there. Okay. But as you and your team here have laid the foundations, you need to have rock solid foundations based on systems and technologies to help people following us, like the 30, 60, 90-day plan. With that 30, 60, 90-day plan, when people go through that, they realize that we all human beings, we are creatures of habits. And it takes 30 days to change a habit. So these are fundamental things that they don't teach in schools and universities. And so I can see there's a big need and a gap in the market to help people who haven't had the personal development stuff that you and I have been through, Brian Tracy and all the Bob Proctor. And I spent a fortune. People thought I was crazy. Why are you traveling to Canada, going to Las Vegas to meet Bob Proctor, The Secret? Yes. So for me, that's this wisdom, the wow factor. And this is where Arif and I connected when you reverse the ministry of miracles, it turns to wow. And wow
what is
is
wow?
wisdom.
Robert, tell us about wow, please.
I will share what wow is, because it's one of my gifts to the world, because people use these words a lot. You hear that word a lot. But when you ask them, what does it really mean to you? What does what does wow mean to you? It's wisdom. Okay, wisdom comes from our ups and downs in life, right? Where we learn from our mistakes. And wisdom optimizes wealth. And wealth is not just about money. It's your health, your peace of mind, your family, your friendships. So wow is something that we all are gifted with, but we seldom tap into that source. So I like the way that you put the foundations with Ministry of Miracles, Mom plus wow, because I see that's a very good add-on to help people to fast track their 30, 60, 90-day plan.
Thank you so much, sir. This is just a miracle. If this is not miracles happenings, really, I don't know what it is, because people need to hear these conversations. I engage on daily basis, Robert, with 5, 10 phone calls, some new people, some old people. It's incredible how people think, or the lack of ability to think. What do you think is the biggest gift I learned through our association? Is that you, or if you said you have the control over your head, your mind, your thinking head. You can let it go this way, or you can let go that way. Where you let it go is your choice. Tell us a little bit about mindset, please.
Yeah, like you said, we from the time we wake up, you've got 30 seconds from the time you get out of bed to when your thoughts come is, do I have a good day or bad day? And within that 30 seconds, if you've been trained your mind that I will focus on all the good things and the blessings and gifts that I'm receiving and share that, you've cracked it. It's simple as that. It's just starting the day with the right mindset and then connecting cutting out all the negative stuff that we come across from the media, from the people who you can't, who need help, but sadly their mindset is so it's got so much baggage that they need a lot of time to heal themselves. And so I found, like, the system that you're putting in place, that there is a smart way of doing things, is association and connecting with like-minded people who enrich our lives every day. So for me, every day is a very exciting adventure as to who am I going to help and how can I serve them, and vice versa. It works. It's a two-way system that's available to all of us. It's just a question of training all people we come across to follow a system that delivers the results in 30, 60, 90 days.
Thank you so much. So again, written goals are very rare. I can tell probably in my own team, very few of us may have gotten into repeatedly writing goals. And I have booklets I've carried with me full of notes. The result of last 90 days, Robert, I said that I've been in a search for a year now to find the right people. And, some of my colleagues, probably Kumar closely knows, I went through a lot of people to find the right people. And then I said, okay, 2024 is here. I have till Nowruz, which is next Saturday here. We're going to have a party. It was 22nd. I have this my time to start the factory in Mongolia. We did that to put the right team together. First of all, it was the team number one, then completing the factory, then getting the products here, then putting the 90-day program into action. A lot of trial and error, tested out. We have now, after 90 days, completed 5 out of 5 of those. I tested out with Elijah. I saw how he responded. It was amazing. Exactly where my tire was flat is his tire's flat. So we're going to fix that flat tire, which was the money. The bottom is financial, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people have this challenge of money.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about money and abundance? How do you attract it? You've been independent financially since 1980s. We've had dinner together. You were in my ear the whole night. So tell me about money mindset. That's my next 90 days is my money mindset more focus. So building it, attracting it, bringing it, accumulating it, spending it, all of that, I'm going to master it in the next 90 days.
Yeah, money for me is an energy, and it's how you use money and how it's there to serve you. And sadly, our education system doesn't teach people at a young age, that the reason that we have money is to use it to make it work for us. Okay, a lot of people, sadly, they just hoard it. And if you're an entrepreneur and you understand in business that we've got several strategies that you use your money to make it work for you, and you learn the art of leverage. Okay, because if you put the money in the bank or building societies as we have here in the UK, the return is very poor. Okay, it's about 3-4%. It's really ridiculous. But if you understand how to leverage it in a safe environment, you can make it work for you, and you can help a lot of projects, and you can help a lot of people, and you can teach people the power of duplication. So for me, it's very important that we teach people the value of money and how to use it, how to leverage it, how to make it work for us. So for example, if you are buying a property and you got your deposit, you got a mortgage. Now, when I was a financial advisor, I had to learn systems, and I thought, I worked out the math. How long does it take me for me to pay off my mortgage? Okay, when I followed the system over here, it's 25 years, approximately 25 to 30 years to pay off a mortgage. Then I thought there must be a smarter way of working the system. And then it was a Canadian and Australian system, which teaches you that if you pay an extra premium a month, if you're paying $1,000, you pay an additional $1,000, you can fast track that mortgage and pay it off 15 years earlier. So these are little things that they should be teaching people, how to make your money work for you, not just be a slave to the system. So it's very important that you're educating people. And I'm so happy to hear, Kumar and Shanta, that you're tapping into a resource, that the loans and the systems are there to help people who are stuck in debt and in a trap. Because that's what I'm doing here in the UK, is I'm helping people who are virtually, they don't have no way to get out of this trap. So I've got people and professionals and specialists how to protect them. Okay, because if you know the systems, and you know how that there are ways that no matter how bad your financial situation is, if you get the right advice, not from lawyers and not from these people who claim they can help you but charge you a lot of fees. Okay, this is why I associate with people who are givers rather than takers. And in life, the more people you have who are givers and who are open to learning and evolving, you cannot go wrong, because that you're attracting the right, just like money, you're attracting the right energy and partnerships to collaborate to help people to evolve from A to B to C, so they can their life journey is more purposeful and enriching.
Thank you so much. So much to be discussed, but you also talked about government resources, which Shanta is responsible. I want Shanta to also again introduce herself, tell the programs we're doing, and a little bit of a picking up Robert's mind in this money mind. Shanta, Robert is my mentor. He's a treasure we're gonna keep. But go ahead and tell us about what's your role here, your experience, particularly in government, applying. Many people don't qualify.
Well, thank you, Arif, and thank you for that, Robert. What you just your experience and your education, your knowledge that you just shared with us is just amazing. I was paying attention because I need to know where to put the money when it comes in, and how to invest it myself. So thank you for that. And you're right, it needs to start, education needs to start at a very young age and in school. My thing is, and I've always been saying this, high school needs to have this program in their schools to teach the young ones before they start to go into debts. The Canadian government grants business startups and small business loans is something I have developed a passion for over this past year, or 2 years, I should say. I really enjoy, like I said, I enjoy the field. I enjoy helping individuals. I enjoy fostering entrepreneurship. I think that's important, and the economic growth that we provide as experts in this sector. The guidance and help that we give to entrepreneurs, the encouragement, the motivation for them to seriously look into having their own business and being their own boss, their own owners, and their success, because the 9-to-5 doesn't bring this success. That's hard work that we're giving and doing for other people. I feel people who want to do the business startups or expand their business or fulfill the dreams that they've had for years, is time for them to understand and realize that there is help for them to do this. I know a lot of times not having the funding is what squashes our dreams, but that doesn't have to be, because the government is giving these opportunities to entrepreneurs and to individuals and businesses to take advantage of the grants. It is sometimes a difficult process for individuals to go through, and this is why they need to seek out experts who have gone through the process, who know how to do the write-ups. When I say write-ups, I mean to do their business plan, the strategy, explain where the funding is going to go, how they're going to use the funding, and to, the funding opportunity, to using those opportunities opportunities to launch their successful ventures. A lot of times they get caught up and they don't realize, they get caught up in the ideas of the business and they don't realize how much you have to put into applying for grants and loans and what information is needed. There is such a vast list of criteria that's needed, and people don't know, they don't understand. And the explanation of the type of business that they're in, the structure of the business, the number of employees, what their financial background is, their credit scores, the revenue that their business have brought in over the past years. These are all things that the government takes a look at, along with a whole long list of other criteria. So that's where my job is. That's where I come in, and I try to guide clients as to what is needed and how we go about writing up the business plan. And for them to understand, it may take time. It doesn't happen overnight. It would take maybe 8 to 10 weeks, sometimes even longer, to get these applications through, to get through the process, and to get the funding out to individuals. But just a bit of patience and the funding is there. It is there, and it's there for you to access. You just have to have the patience, go through the process, do the write-ups, give all the documentation and requirements that are being asked of you, and you would be able to have your dreams fulfilled, have your business expand, whatever vision you have, the ventures that you have. Be excited about it enough to have the patience to go through the process and to access those funds.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, Shanta. I think Elijah has his hand up. I see Ahmad here too. Welcome, my friend. We're gonna talk. Let's see what Elijah's got to say. Elijah is one of our young entrepreneurs. Actually, the goals that Robert helped me set for myself and with Paul and all of this, I'm trying to put Elijah under the same pressure. We're calling it free by 30. I'm putting pressure on him to be free by 30 financially. Elijah, come on up here.
Hello. Thank you so much. I think everybody here knows me. I did like a presentation, but if you don't, I'm the founder of throught University. We're like a university, but we aim to connect education with job economy using AI simulations. So my friend here, Ahmad, I met him next to the library. I meet everybody awesome in the library. And he talked about his business, which was about basically caviar. It's like
Caviar,
a fish egg. It's a very luxury product, and it's from Dubai. So he can import it here, and he was looking for expansion. And he's interested in grants and funding in Canada, possibly team building, and some investors.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Ahmad, welcome. Introduce yourself quickly. Say hi to these people. Tell us where you're from.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this meeting. I'm very happy to be with you. We have a food export company that exports food products from Iran to Dubai. And we are currently planning to start exporting to Canada. We have a number of special products in Iran, such as caviar, saffron, and pistachios. Most of which are produced in Iran. It's exported to other countries. We have one of the best quality caviar in the world, which is needed for all luxury restaurants and hotels, but we don't have the communications channels to sell it in Canada, and it's a new problem for me and my company. And now I'm in Toronto. I'm gonna to find new customer and new channels for selling our products.
All right. Welcome, Ahmad. We're here.
Thank you so much.
We're here to help you. Distribution channels is our specialty. Again, we take people through this 90-day program so they understand the whole thing. Caviar of Iran is one of the fancy foods. I can admit I haven't had it because it's raw eggs from the Caspian Sea, delicious. I haven't had it, but it's very expensive. It's just I'm not from the sea. I'm the goat man. I'm the mountain man. So we eat goats, but there's people who eat caviar and they really enjoy it, pay a lot of money. Pistachios, of course, things like this, natural resources. Iran is very rich, and we're building channels to help distribution. But I want to go back. We're going to talk and be glad to set the time so we can meet with Kumar and see how we can help you out, my friend.
Thank you.
Or come to the party on 23rd. Better. I'll teach you Kurdish dance and we're going to talk business. Kumar, come on up and see what's your take. We have about 15 more minutes. And if you guys want, we can go till tomorrow. I know Robert's got to go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. in England.
We should all meet up on Saturday, man. That'll be a blast of a time. You know,
yes,
one of the
please
things
make sure that we all go there. Listen, the whole idea of Canada, Robert, again, you got me started, Kumar. May I, or you want to continue?
Go right ahead. We're
I
having
had-
caviar that night.
Oh, maybe Imad has some caviar he's gonna bring us, or some of his pistachios. See samples. The whole idea of cultural integration is, I am the first person in my whole tribe or family who really take a different road. I like Canada because it's a mosaic of people. It's people from all over the world. And everybody's in their own little field. Like this is it. It's like this. This like Chinese, Indian, everybody has their own little different field. I said, I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to take all of my friends, my English friends, to the Kurdish party. We're historic people. We're, Iranian history is there, 5,000 years of build up to this moment. Robert was talking about history. Come and celebrate. Let's see what this is all about. So my mission is to bring other people, to introduce them to this caviar, to introduce them to these pistachios, to introduce them to the healthy lifestyle that all of us experienced as child. I'm sure Imad has experienced it till now, but I lived it and as my childhood. Robert, what time is it? What do you want to do, sir? You want to tell us a little bit more about this whole meeting? I would really love for you to participate with me and Kumar, maybe on one more session.
Yes,
As we put some systems
I like
together.
Wonderful. I like what's been shared so far with the people bringing their speciality and gifts to the table. That's so exciting because you and I are passionate about how how we can enrich people's lives through collaboration. And, for me, if a product and the people are authentic, okay, the magic and miracles happen on this earth. Because for me, health is wealth, and food is my passion. I spend winter in Goa. A lot of people from Iran come to Goa because there's so much cultural. We share the same food, the custom, the festivals. There's a lot of synergy. So caviar is a huge global market. So is pistachio, and so is the other item he mentioned was saffron, which is more expensive than gold. So great, because I've got contacts, and I'm sure we can collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs to fast track what they're doing. So my main thing for me at the end of the day is health. Okay, when I say health, it's not just your physical health, but the spiritual and mental, because a lot of people who went through COVID, they still haven't recovered. People are still in this fear mindset, and we have to educate people. I refuse to take the jab. I couldn't travel for 2 years, but that's the price I paid, because I like to know what people put into your body. I will not accept anything, because now we know the consequences. Okay, people had no choice. The people who had to travel, they forced people to take it. Now, the world has realized there's a hidden agenda, and we are not going to go there, because we can't fight these people with billions and who control the system. We can just educate people to take control of their lives, their peace of mind, body, and spirit. We have to work in a holistic way, and everything. I mean, we are working on eco cities around the world, okay, and starting in India because the price of land is a lot cheaper. Anyone who's got land can be part of it. So we've got a template to roll this out globally, okay, with the templates and systems to teach people about growing their own, pest-free, no pesticides, no all this rubbish they put in the soil, no GMOs. So educating people that your health is wealth, you are what you think and what you eat. So my passion is teaching people that you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have peace of mind and your health, what use is it? So I just want to finish to say that what you're doing, Arif, with your team, with Kumar, Shanta, and the new people that you're bringing to the table is so exciting. It's like going back to school and learning something new, but being enriched for your life. And that's the best legacy we can do for ourselves, for our family, for our community. So I'm working very much on the corporate side on CSR. I don't know how many people are familiar with the CSR. It is a word that a lot of the big corporate companies use, but it's more of a token. It's not really authentic. They just use it for good PR. For me, is to change that concept of CSR and take it into communities' social responsibilities, because the corporates, the people who control the wealth, 5% who control 95%, have let us down badly. So we need to now work from grassroots levels up, working with communities and getting as many people trained as entrepreneurs so that they can train and take control of their lives and help other people to do the same. So you create a ripple effect.
Thank you so much. Well, I wanna summarize it like this. Kumar put it in an incredible way in the beginning. To take business owners through this 90-day program where we teach them slow success. There's no fast success. Most of my deals, and you heard some of them, I was involved in the Middle East with, oil transaction, my involvement with Aral Energy. All of these people were on a fast track. Let's sign a contract today. Kumar, come on and tell us your idea about taking these entrepreneurs through this 90-day program, because I can't say enough about it. Robert can't say enough about it, but you can. You're the boss.
No, absolutely. I'll give Arsenal a thumbs up here and Elijah as well, because when they had the internet came along, that was the game changer. Now you've got the AI, you've got ways of meeting the mass by just the touch of a button. You can reach millions and millions of people. So what Elijah have done, and I kidnapped him today. I got him from Toronto. He's stuck here at the store with me, and he's all the military coming through is just rushing to him because of what he's able to do with the computer. So I've asked him. I said, Elijah, just 10x my business, 10x it. I mean, it's very, and he's at it, and I could see the result of what he's doing with the internet and with the AI simulations. And the time he's talking to me about it, it goes over my head. I said, you just deal with it. Okay, let me deal with something else. But I know Arsenal also have these tremendous skill set of helping the businesses and bringing more of their product to light, because you'll be surprised to know that you're running a business for years, but no one knows of you. Even your community, they don't know that you exist. But now with this marketing and the online present is amazing. Imad, for the caviar you have, now we have the right channel here where we have the database. We can put the product onto our database and launch your product, and get into those restaurants and get into the big superstores if there's a need for that. But I know your restaurants right now, high end, will subscribe to your product line immediately, right? But the 90-day program, I'm telling you, it's amazing, because you meet business owners and they're championing going into, yes, I need this, I need this, I need that. I said, great. But are you in a position to receive? And it's no, because, you know, when you challenge a question, said, you want to make $1 million this year, great. But are you able, do you know what to do with $1 million? You may self-destruct. So even in the business that you want to have success, but can you handle success? Will you now take that success, and are you now going to go and do some crazy things in terms of doing mass hiring or going into other ventures too fast, and then realize that you've just lost everything? So, right. So it's important to fact check yourself and making sure that, you know, you are in control. And how do you do that? By simple going through some exercise, and you'll be quick to realize that you need to do some rebalance or rethinking or reshaping of the mind. I know I went through it, and I can speak from my own testimony that this was very enlightening. So thanks, Mr. Dr. Roberts. Thanks, Arif, you know, for sharing the program. And yeah, I think I don't have any nails left. I think I'm biting all the nails.
Thank you. You know what? Arsalan came in the beginning, and I even have forgot. He's been sitting there like a fly on the wall. Arsalan, tell us how you feel right now after hearing my mentors, my teachers. You know, in our culture, mentorship is very different. And, you know, I get a lot of inspiration from Rumi. You guys know Rumi. Robert knows Rumi very well. Tell us, you've been sitting observing. How is your feeling right now after spending 1 hour with my teachers? You are muted, my friend. I knew there was a voice there with that handsome man. So
yes. Yeah, it's been amazing to listening to you guys mentoring us and sharing your experience with us. I kind of learned a lot. I have been like focusing on my business for the last year as well. So I needed someone to help with the financial plans and getting, like, I've been investing my own money into my business at the moment. So I just want to get some mentors to help me to maybe get accepted for grants or investments and stuff, so I can expand and grow my business much more.
wonderful, my friend. We're here to help, but I hope you can join us on this Saturday for the dance. We're not going to talk business, but we're going to set an appointment so you can meet Kumar and myself, and we're going to sit down, see your situation, see how we can get you started out.
That sounds awesome.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Robert, wrap us up, sir. It says the MVP.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
putting
mean,
all this important time into here. I know it's late night, but it's always a pleasure to hear your advice. I've been through a lot of emotional journeys with you. You see me a lot of times cry, but now this time is very special. You put your time in the middle of the night to come and be with us. Thank you, sir.
yeah, very quickly, I just like, wow, I developed a system, MVP legacy. What does that mean? It's about our reason why we are here, our mission. What's our mission? What's our vision? And what's our intention and passion? You know, once we got that, I'm so glad that Shanta and all the wonderful teachers that you've associated with to help entrepreneurs, is that they have got a checklist, okay, which they can tick the box, because you have to go through that process and tick the box to make sure you get qualified for the maximum grants, okay, because that cash flow is so critical for when people, 80% of the businesses fail because they don't have a proper business plan. They don't have the tools. And here, this system that Arif and his team, Kumar and all are working with, is helping entrepreneurs to fast track and working smart. So yeah, I think the legacy that you and I have, we talked about it, is manifesting. That, you know, you create your miracles in life. It's working with a big caring heart, and when you have that right spirit, the energy just flows and just makes the world and the people you associated, you know, it makes a happier place for all of us. So thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Anyone
Arif,
else have any questions or comments?
I do.
Kumar or Shanta, go ahead, please.
I do.
Oh, by the way, before you start, we need more women here, Shanta. You cannot go get women here. How can we get more women? That's my question.
We have to bring them as guest speakers, so we should do that next.
Wonderful.
I agree. I
Let's
agree
see who we
100%.
can invite.
Anything to empower the women out there, I'm behind that 100%. One couple of things. One, never use your own money to invest in business. You have to have it in the bank account, but don't put all your eggs in one basket, all your money, because that's where you end up, homeless or without a comfortable life. So take advantage of the grants, take advantage of the business loans. Just to understand again, so you guys would get it, is that there are specific criteria and requirements that applicants must meet in order to qualify for the loans and the grants. Doesn't mean that it's impossible. Doesn't mean that it can't happen. It will happen as long as you, as Arif pointed out, the 90-day program, follow the path to improve, whether it's your credit score or to improve your income or to improve the qualifications, the criteria that you need. It is not hopeless. It just takes time. So understand a little bit about the government programs so that you can take advantage of these opportunities when they come to you. Again, criteria changes and requirements changes depending on the program, the grant program that you're applying for. Some can be a little bit more simple, some can be more complicated, but again, that's what the experts are here for, to guide you through that those times. I know it can be very challenging when you want to achieve your dreams and goals and get into business or to expand business. But with the right help, with the right coaching, with your understanding and your knowledge of what you want done, and knowing yourself well enough and have the mindset, not just the health, but the mindset as well, the healthy mind, to get you going, to get you to that place where you want to see your dream and your success. It's not impossible. It is possible. The word impossible has the word possible in it. So anything is possible as long as you have the willpower and you're strong enough to see your dreams through, see the process through, and reach out to the experts. We can coach you, we can mentor you, we can train you, but really and truly, it's what you possess, what you have inside, your mindset, the way you take care of this temple that is yours, and you put it into your business and your dreams. Let it flourish. No negativity, just positive energy, positive thoughts, and you will see your success. Everything will come into fruition for you.
Thank you so much, Shanta. Let me recap that with Robert, but this time Robert Kiyosaki. Somebody asked him, how do you get rich? And he says, I borrow money. I borrow money to buy land. And I develop that land, or I rent that land, and I pay it off. So you can use other people's money for the bigger projects, because there are people, lots of people with lots of money who love unique ideas, creative ideas, miraculous ideas, Robert, I call them.
Very quickly, Arif, I just want to finish on that, because since we haven't talked since I've been away in Goa, but I did meet Robert Kiyosaki. He came to London, and so I'm working with the people who work with him. So I will try and bring them as guests, perhaps at one of your next events.
You tell me the time, we'll be there. I know every connection you've connected with me being 100% success.
But what he said was very useful for everyone here on this call. He says the rich people, they never pay taxes. And for me, that was very interesting concept, is that if you understand how the system works, is you have to work smart and you have to do things in a proper business-like way, whereby you set up your company and you have the power, like Richard Branson and all these people, where you can borrow and then you use your assets to make it work for you, so you don't really pay the taxes that most people in businesses have to pay. Okay, so you're blessed here because Shanta has got a nice golden mine there to help people with loans. And I remember as a refugee, when I was in Uganda, it was the Canadians who came there and said, would you like to come to Canada? We'll give you a house, we'll give you a job, we'll train you. But because my mother came to the UK, I ended up in the UK. But a lot of my friends are in Canada doing extremely well. So it's very interesting to see how we are reconnecting and helping other people who have been through this journey. So thank you so much.
So Robert,
Wow.
just to let you know, I'm also not just doing grants and loans, but I'm also in immigration.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I got into it for same reason my mom. She came to this country alone with $100 in her pocket in the 1970s, and she made a terrific life here for us. She gave us a huge opportunity, my siblings, myself, and my dad, and she spent a year alone, and then she brought the rest of us here. And so I got into it because I developed a passion for it through the years as well.
And from where did mom come from? Which part?
So, Guyana, South America.
Okay. Wow. Because I came to the UK in 72 from Uganda at $50. So very interesting. So you should write a book. Arif will help you.
And that's the same year my mom came to Canada. It was 1972.
Small world.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Universe. Wow, wow, wow. Let me say wisdom optimizes wealth. Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. I look forward to those of you who are in Canada. Robert, we're going to have to coordinate some calls to make a better time for you. But if you're a night owl, this is our prime time. We'll be glad to have you. But your guests might not have this time.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll arrange another call to have you on, and we look forward to seeing everybody. Those who watch this on YouTube channel, we are increasing by at least 25 to 50 subscribers a week. We're reaching out the right people. We're getting a lot of comments. Please feel free to go like, to share, to make comments on our social media. We're all over the place. We haven't gotten through the news updates. I have a lot of things that on my list, but because of Robert, I put all of that on the side, and I hope you enjoyed this interview with Robert. Everyone, thank you so much. We'll see you on Saturday at 7 p.m.
Good night, all. All the best.
So
have a blessed day.
Have a great day, everybody. See you guys. Thank you. See you.
Thanks.
Thanks.